Hello everyone, welcome. So today we are going to discuss about the sectors of the economy. So for any economy there will be activities. Okay, these are the activities which are of bringing income in nature. So income, it can be either to an individual or it can be to the nation. So such activities are called as the sectors, and these types of sectors includes firstly the primary sector, and second one is secondary sector, and the third one is tertiary sector. So now we will see each of these one by one, what is primary, secondary as well as the tertiary. So this classification is based on the type of activity. So what kind of activity we are going to do. So firstly, in the primary sector, so here there is direct use of natural resources. So whatever the natural resources are there, so they will be used directly in this primary activity. For example, it is the cotton. So we grow cotton using the natural products such as the soil, water, sunshine. But here you may ask, sir, we are also using the chemical fertilizers and pesticides. How it can be completely natural? So the answer is, here in the primary sector, it is not necessary to be completely natural, but it should be mostly natural. Okay, mostly natural and not completely. So this we can classify into the primary sector. So the other examples are like milk from the cattles, minerals, and ores. So these are some of the examples. And also remember why these are called as primary activities. These are also called primary because this forms base for other products that will be made subsequently. So that means firstly, whatever the products that we are enjoying today, okay, see, all these are made from the natural products only finally. Okay, that is why these activities are also called as primary, as they form base for the other products. And these most of the products, remember, I am not telling all, most of the products. So these most of them are from agriculture, or you can say fishing, or also dairy and forestry. So since most of them are from these activities like agriculture, fishing, dairy, forestry, this sector is also called as agriculture and related sector. Okay, because it is mostly related with the agriculture and related, such as fishing, forestry, as well as the dairy. So this is about the primary sector. So now let's look into the second category, which is called as the secondary sector. So here in secondary sector, the above natural products in the primary activity, okay, these natural products, they will be converted into other forms. These other forms, we will get them through the manufacturing activities. Okay, and this manufacturing is done through various industrial activities. So for example, just consider the cotton that we got in the primary sector through agriculture. This can be converted into a yarn. We can spin it into the yarn. Okay, this yarn can be weaved as a cloth. The cloth we wear finally. How is this coming? This is coming from the cotton. Cotton is spinned into yarn and later it is converted into a cloth. Or also you can consider sugarcane. Sugarcane that is developed will be converted to the sugar. Okay, or you can say jaggery. Sugar or jaggery. So this is the final product which is derived from the natural product of sugarcane. So these derived products or these manufactured products through industrial activities will be called as the secondary activities. So since this secondary sector is associated with the various industries, because the goods or the products are manufactured through industries, it is also known as the industrial sector. So moving on, the third type, that is the tertiary sector. So here the tertiary sector is the one which actually helps, okay, it helps in the primary, it helps in our primary and even secondary activities. So here what kind of help it will do? The help such as transportation, or you can say storage of natural products. So all these services will help in the primary and secondary sectors, and these are called as the tertiary ones. So where in the tertiary sector these are not directly involved in production. In the production they are not directly involved, rather they help through indirect means, such as you can talk about the communication either through telephone, or it can be through road transports or post services. So all such activities which are indirectly helping the primary and secondary can be grouped into the tertiary sector. And since this sector generates services, than goods, it is also called as the service sector. Okay, so these are the three types based on the type of activity. Okay, so I told primary activity is one which is dependent upon mainly natural products, okay, or natural resources, and secondary is the one where these natural products will be converted, okay, or they will be shaped into other products. How these are produced? That is by the use of industrial activities. Okay, so these are known as the secondary, or you can say industrial sector. And the third one is tertiary. So where in the tertiary mainly the services are involved that helps in the development of both primary as well as the secondary sector, and this sector is also called as the services sector. So now we will move on to the next type of category. So here in the next type of category, so here the activities, or you can say the economic activities, can be grouped into organized and unorganized. So here anything that is primary, secondary, or tertiary, anything can be classified into organized and unorganized. So here the terms itself signify. Organized means it will be in a formal nature. The process will be organized. Okay, it will have standard rules and regulation. Whereas in organized, it will not be of a standardized one. They will usually do not follow the rules and regulations. So now just talk in detail about the organized and unorganized sectors. So in the organized sector, they will be registered. Okay, they will be registered by the government. Okay, if you take a company, if they are registered by the government, okay, such can be classified as organized. So once they register, now they have to follow the rules and regulations of the government. And also here there will be assured work, and there will be terms of employment which will be regular. So terms in the sense the number of years one will work, okay, that will be fixed now. But here if you talk in the unorganized, they will not be registered by the government first, and when they are not registered, they do not follow the rules and regulations of the government. And also here there will not be assured work. Okay, the employees can be removed at any time. That is what will happen in the unorganized sector. And here in the organized, there will be a formal process. So everything will be in the written formal process and procedure. The activities will take through the emails, that is to the formal processes. But here it is not the case. It will not take through the formal processes. And here in the organized sector, even if there is any self-employed, if someone is self-employed who is running their own factory, or if someone is running their own education schools, so such self-employed peoples will also be registered in the formal or unorganized sector. But here it is not the case. They will not be registered. And here there will be security of employment. Okay, in the organized sector, they cannot hire and fire. hire and fire policy cannot be followed because they have to follow certain rules and standards. But here it is not the case. The employees can lose their job at any time. And here they will have fixed hours of job, and there will be other benefits. So other benefits such as paid leave, and there will be payment even during holidays, and also the employers will pay the provident fund as the future security of the employees. But here in unorganized sector there will be no fixed time, okay, and also there will be no paid leaves, okay. Paid leaves will not be there even if the employee falls sick, okay. They need not give the payment on such days. So such sectors are known as the unorganized sector. And the third category of the activities, that is based on the ownership. So ownership, who is owning the particular activity? So firstly it can be the public owned, and secondly it can be the private owned. So in the public owned sector, so here the government will own the assets, and it provides services. So such sectors can be called as the public sectors. Example, if you take the KSRTC, okay, and railways or the post service, so these are the ones which are owned by the government, and these are called as the public sector activities. And in the private sector activities, where the private individuals, or you can say the companies or the trust or society of the private, so these will be independent of the government. So when these private parties do the activities, they will be known as the private sector. For example, the Tata, Reliance. So all these are the private sectors or the private organizations who carry out the economic activities. So these are the three main classifications of the sectors of economy. I hope you all have understood. Thank you very much.